Alright, here's try number 2 for recording this Q&A. I ended up breaking my camera maybe like a week ago. I ended up buying a new one. That one turned out to be a giant pile of shit. So this is actually the first video I've taken on this new camera. Hopefully it turns out well. Hopefully it doesn't have a video limit like my last one did, because at the 20-minute mark it just shuts off and that doesn't do me any good at all. So hopefully this one works okay. I have a lot of questions. I have like over 50 questions right now, so some of them I might spend more time on than others. Some of them I might skip over. I don't know. I mean, I'll try and answer all of them, but some of them I might just do really quick. One sec. Alright, let's start off with Lucas asks, the Big Day Out Australian Music Festival lineup has just been announced, and if I could pick a lineup for Warped Tour, what would it be? I don't know. I haven't really been interested in Warped Tour a lot in the past like 6 or 7 years, mainly just because I don't feel like any of the bands are worth seeing. Maybe like one or two. But I think Blink would do really good at Warped Tour again. I don't know if they ever would do it again. I'm sure New Found Glory would be a good one to see there. I've never seen them at Warped Tour, because I only went to Warped Tour once in like '05. So, I mean, it had some good bands, but it didn't have a lot of bands that I liked. So, Joshua asks, what tips would I give on improvising or improving someone's guitar playing ability for like soloing and rhythm? Honestly, I mean, with stuff like how I do my what if this song had a guitar solo, I mean, I play a song and I just do my best to like try and come up with something that sounds cool. I don't really know much about like scales or theory or anything like that. I just play and just try and listen for something that sounds good. I mean, I just posted a video pretty recently of me playing just like a random strat in like a local music store. I mean, that's pretty much just what I do all the time. Like, I'm just sitting there just either watching a show or on the computer, and I'm just messing around doing little things. So it's really just about practice. I mean, you just got to keep practicing. Matthew asks, what guitar do you like better, Tom DeLonge's Stratocaster or Billy Joe Armstrong's Blue Stratocaster? Honestly, I've always liked any of Tom's more than Billy Joe's, mainly because I like guitars that are just like, that look clean. I don't like guitars that are like really beat up or worn or have like tons of stickers on them. I just think they look kind of crappy. That's just me though. I mean, Billy Joe's is like, it's really iconic. I mean, it's easy to see like, oh, you look at that guitar and you know who it belongs to. But I don't know, I always liked Tom's better personally, or just a cleaner style. Sam asks, do I like U2? They're okay. And have you ever played a Les Paul Jr.? I have not. I don't actually see many of them around when I'm at like guitar stores or anything. I mean, I don't really go to like Guitar Center, like a bigger one, that often. So I mean, I'm sure they have one or two there, but I never really think to play any of them. I do not know how to say this name. I know I tried before. Geomil or Jamil? Jamil? Sounds okay. Do you like New Found Glory's self-titled album? Hell yeah, who doesn't? I actually saw them play during their self-titled like 10th anniversary tour, which was really cool. But I still like Sticks and Stones better. He also asks, if I could build my own signature guitar, what would it be? I've actually been giving this a lot of thought lately. A lot of it would be pretty much very similar to something like this. I'd probably change the pickup. I might try like experimenting with like a different wood that the body's made out of, because this is alder, and I always really liked Les Pauls, and a lot of those are done with maple and mahogany. And I don't know, I've always thought about trying to do like a Strat made of like mahogany or something like that. I think that'd be really cool. And I don't know, rosewood necks are pretty cool, but I do like ebony ones as well. So I mean, I'd definitely mix it up a little bit like that. I've been looking a lot into like bare knuckle pickups and stuff like that. So I mean, I don't know if I'd end up making my own one or not. I mean, I've been throwing the idea around a lot, but it is pretty pricey. Let's see. Alright, next question. Chase says, what is my favorite Green Day album and why? I'd say it's pretty much a tie between Nimrod and Warning. Warning's got some of my favorite songs on it, like Fashion Victim. My favorite song is actually Church on Sunday. Blood, Sex, and Booze is great. But Nimrod has a lot of good songs on it too. Dookie's good, but I just feel like the other two albums have a few better songs on them personally. Let's see. If I could do a super lineup for a pop punk band, for a bassist, drummer, guitarist, and vocalist, who would I do? For a drummer, I'd probably have to go with Travis. I mean, there's really no competition there. Guitarist, maybe like Chad from New Found Glory. He writes a lot of cool stuff. He actually pretty much writes all the music for them. Vocalist, I don't know. I've really always been partial to Tom DeLonge, personally. Bass player, I don't necessarily call him a pop punk bass player, but Roger, I'm pretty sure his name's Roger from Less Than Jake, is a really good bass player. So that'd be really cool. Martin asks, what's the situation with blank? Tom unfollowed them all on Twitter and he's been super close working more with Ava. I wouldn't worry about it because, I mean, it's fucking Twitter. I mean, who gives a shit? And he's always working really close with Ava, whether people know about it or not. I mean, that's pretty much his baby, so I wouldn't really worry about it. Nathaniel asks, how come you haven't done a collaboration with Kurt yet? I actually have done a few. So I don't really know what you mean by that. I know we had one planned earlier in the year that just never ended up happening. I don't know. He seems to be a pretty busy guy. I mean, he's working and he's got his band together and stuff. So we don't really talk too much anymore. We talk every now and then, but I don't know. Last time, like I said, we tried doing a collab. It was on a Foo Fighters song for Times Like These. And I sent him the video, and I don't know what really happened on his end, but he never ended up finishing it. And so I just kind of, after like 4 months, I just said screw it, and I just uploaded a cover of it. Gage asks, what's your favorite live singer? Probably Matt Bellamy of Muse. That guy is freaking incredible. And do I prefer Pepsi or Coca-Cola? I don't really drink colas anymore. I used to drink a lot of Pepsi, and I actually still prefer like Pepsi products more than Coca-Cola products. Mountain Dew, I drink that every now and then, so I guess that's a Pepsi product. Aaron asks, I'm wanting to get into more punk and pop punk music. Do you have any recommendations? You guys pretty much know what I listen to from the covers that I post, but if you guys have any recommendations for, just leave a comment. So you can just check the comment section, and I'm sure I'm always getting recommendations for different bands, and half of them I don't even remember the names of. So any of you guys, feel free to leave a comment. She also asks, what are your guilty pleasures for music or anything else? I don't know. I mean, I don't really have any guilty pleasures, I don't think, because I'm not afraid to like what I like. Never really been ashamed of liking anything. I don't know. I mean, there's definitely stuff that I guess you wouldn't really expect me to like. I don't know if I still do. I know I had some Savage Garden on my iPod. They got some catchy songs. For movies or something, I don't know. I used to watch a lot of Lizzie McGuire. That was pretty lame of me, but I had a huge crush on Hilary Duff at the time, so I guess that's kind of weird. I spent an entire Valentine's Day just watching a Lizzie McGuire marathon. I remember that. I think I was like 13. That was pretty bad. Alright, this next one's from Katie. She says, if you could live in any time period, what would it be and why? Personally, I mean, I'd really like to, if I was born in, like, say, like 1970 or like late 60s. I think that'd be really cool because a lot of the music that I grew up listening to was like 70s and 80s, and at that point, like in my life, I mean like mid 90s and stuff, most of those bands were just long gone already, and I think it'd be really cool to like have been able to see like Van Halen like in like 82 or 83 or something, or see the Cars or Queen or anything like that. I think that'd be pretty awesome. So that's pretty much what I would want to say, like, so I could go through like the 70s and 80s. I think that'd be really cool. She also asks, can you lick your elbow, and can you show us how, or if you can? I know I can, but nope, can't do it. There you go. Let's see. Aram, I don't know. Asks, what do you think of Tokai hard puncher basses? I've never even heard of them, to be completely honest. So I can't really give you any feedback on that. I know a lot of a lot of websites for like Musician's Friend or Sweetwater, Music 123. There's plenty of reviews on different guitars and basses. You could always find reviews on YouTube too, so that's worth a shot. Aaron asks, what were my favorite TV shows as a kid? Probably my favorite one was Are You Afraid of the Dark? I loved that show. I was a big Rugrats fan. I was a huge Power Ranger fan. Hey Arnold was good. The original like Mega Man cartoon was pretty sweet. I liked watching that one. That was cool. She also asks, has a movie ever made you cry? If so, what movie was it? I don't think a movie's ever made me cry. If there was ever a movie that was close, probably the movie Frequency. It was with Dennis Quaid and Jim Caviezel. That was a really good movie. I won't spoil anything, but it's definitely worth checking out. I think it's from like the late 90s. Merle asks, what's my opinion on Tom DeLonge's recent Bigfoot hunt? I don't know. I mean, I guess it's nice he's having fun. He's not just sitting around doing nothing. I don't know. I don't really know what to say about it. He also says, what's my opinion on bands like NoFX, Pennywise, Lagwagon, Descendants, or punk in general? I don't really listen to any bands like that. I mean, I just really never got into like raw type punk like that or anything like that. I like more stuff like pop punk and stuff like that. I mean, I don't know. I just never really listened to it. And for NoFX, I just never liked Fat Mike at all. I just don't think he's a good singer, personally. David asks, do you listen to Bowling for Soup? And if you do, what do you think of them? Maybe like 10 years ago or so. Maybe, I don't know, 8 or 9 years ago. I listened to them a good amount. I still have a couple of their albums, like Hangover You Don't Deserve and Drunk Enough to Dance or something like that. I don't listen to them anymore, but I mean, they were okay at the time. Almost was a pretty good song. Next Ex-Boyfriend or Next Ex-Girlfriend or whatever the hell it's called, that was a pretty good song. But I don't know, I never really listened to them anymore. Philippe asks, do you listen to Rob Chapman's band Dorje, and what do you think? Dorje's okay. I mean, I don't listen to him that much. I like Rob's like YouTube channel more than I really liked his band. I just don't like his singing all that much. Maybe if they had a different singer, I'd like it more. But they are all really good at their instruments for sure. His other guitar player, Rabia, is insane. Let's see, Scott or Travis? Travis. Can you say burrito 5 times fast? No reason why. Burrito, 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 burrito. Who's your favorite YouTuber that you're subscribed to? I don't know. I've noticed lately I'm really pretty happy when Rob Chapman has a new like gear video posted. I'm always really pumped about that. I just like learning about new gear and stuff. Um, there's a few others like Artificial Fear and CS Guitar 89 that does like metal renditions of like video game songs like Zelda and Mario, stuff like that that are really cool. Um, I'm sure I've got a ton more, but I can't even think of any at the moment. Um, he also says, my birthday was on July 29th. Could you say happy birthday? Smiley face. Well, technically, I did say happy birthday already, so there you go. Brett asks, have I ever been to Warped Tour? How was it? I did go. I know I mentioned this already. I went in '05. The lineup was okay. I mean, there was a few bands that I missed that I was pretty sad about because I was pretty young. I was like 14. I didn't really want to get separated from my group, and I mean, I saw some pretty good bands. I was big into Census Fail at the time. I saw them. I saw the Starting Line. I wasn't really a fan of them at the time, but I love them now. Reliant K was there. I missed Something Corporate, which I was really bummed about. I missed Hot Rod Circuit. I was bummed about that one. Offspring and My Chem were headlining, and I remember at the Offspring show, which was like the last set, I got pelted in the face with like a giant ball of mud and grass because it rained so much like right before the show, and people were just throwing mud. Sorry. Okay, don't have to sneeze. But yeah, got it right in the eye, and that sucked. But yeah, so that happened. My friends were making fun of me pretty good. What picks do I use? And what's my favorite pick brand? Can't really see it on this one. It's kind of worn out, but I use Dunlop Tortex. They're the green ones. They're .88 millimeters. It's kind of like in the middle range. I've used these for probably like 9 out of my 10 years, to be completely honest. Maybe even longer than that. What's my dream set list for Blink or Green Day to see live? From Tom Kenworthy. Honestly, I just want to see Blink do something other than the singles and then like a couple other ones. I mean, I want to hear songs like Asthenia. I want to hear songs like Going Away to College. I mean, I know they do that one. Violence would be awesome. Obvious, Dysentery Gary, you know, it's stuff like that. I want to hear stuff that I haven't heard 1,000 times. And for Green Day, I mean, I don't really know what their sets are like these days. But I mean, pretty much anything that just isn't just singles would be great. So, Alexander also asks, do your friends play instruments as well? Yeah, my cousin plays drums. He's in a band that's like kind of like a metal core metal something band. I don't know. I don't really like the type of music. I have a couple other friends that play guitar and bass. I don't really have any like singer friends. I mean, I don't know if I'd really call him a friend anymore, but this kid that liked to think he could sing, I don't really think he was a very good singer, but he was at least brave enough to sing. So I mean, that's a plus. Aaron asks, what's the best movie I've seen so far this year? I can't remember the name of that damn movie. It was that new one with like all the funny guys in it. It's got like Jonah Hill, Seth Rogen, Danny McBride. It's like the end of the world one. This Is the End, I think it's called. That one was really freaking funny. Ben asks, do you watch Breaking Bad? Fuck yeah, I watch Breaking Bad. That show's awesome. I can't wait for the last few episodes. If you don't watch that show, then get on that because it's incredible. They just added up to like the first 5 seasons, or like, well, the 5th season, like the first half on Netflix. So if you got Netflix, definitely check it out. It's really good. Scott asks, can you cover Let Yourself Go? I know you don't like the new stuff, but it's a great song. I don't even know what band that is, to be completely honest. So, I don't know. Landon asks, fuck, marry, or kill Tom, Mark, and Travis. I don't want to fuck any dude, to be honest, or marry a dude. And I'd prefer not to kill any of them, so we'll go with that. Aaron asks, what's my favorite Alkaline Trio album and song? My favorite song is probably We've Had Enough. I think that was actually the first song I ever heard of them, and it's still awesome. Album, probably Crimson. I really like Crimson a lot. A few more questions from William. He says, what's your favorite cereal? Probably Cinnamon Toast Crunch. Do I like to eat Taco Bell and suffer later? I actually prefer like other Mexican restaurants. I mean, I've for a while like Taco Bell was kind of like the only thing in the area, and even then it was still like half an hour away. But I'd prefer to eat like real Mexican food. I've always been a big fan of Mexican. Or even like I don't know if any of you have been to Chipotle. There's a Chipotle like right next to the nearest Taco Bell for me, and I'd much rather go to Chipotle any day. Do I do the do? Sometimes. What's my favorite South Park episode? Damn. I don't know. I always liked like the Woodland Critter Christmas, which was a pretty good one. The World of Warcraft one is great. The Walmart one was pretty funny. I don't know. There's a lot of good ones. Would I ever consider doing some Offspring? I guess. I mean, I kind of had a plan at one point to do an Offspring collab with Kurt, but it didn't really go anywhere. I don't know. I thought I did a song of theirs already. Yeah, I did. I'm pretty sure I did like The Kids Are Not, or The Kids Aren't Alright, and I remember people saying like I didn't do that good of a job, which I probably didn't, but I don't know. I might do more at some point. I mean, I don't dislike them. Cole also asked, what are my hobbies other than guitar? I like watching shows. I love food. I do love food. I mean, I hang out with my friends a good amount. Just doing anything, swimming, playing video games. We used to play a lot more video games together, not so much anymore, because most of my friends are getting into PC gaming. And I've been an Xbox kind of guy for a long time. But fuck that Xbox One. Nobody's gonna get that. So let's see. Jesus or Jesus? I assume it's Jesus. What's your favorite guitar string out of the 6? Definitely the G string. Even though it never stays in tune. Erland asked, why do you fucking loathe the new Green Day? Honestly, it's not that bad. Honestly, it's not that good either. I don't know. I mean, they need to re-impress me, to be honest. Like, after American Idiot, I was so worn out on that album, and the album after that sucked a fat dick. So, I don't know. I really gave up on them. I mean, it's not the first time that a band I liked, and then they sucked for a while, and then they got good again, like Yellow Card. I'm sorry, but that fucking album, Lights and Sound, is dog shit. I fucking hate that album. There's maybe like one good song on it, but Ocean Avenue is fucking awesome, and Paper Walls is insanely good, so who knows. Adam asks, what car do I drive? I drive a Ford Escape. And what's the best Blink song to drive to? I don't know. I really liked Driving Around in the Neighborhoods album. I thought that was really good. Like, Ghost on the Dance Floor is a really good one to drive to. Alberto asks, I have an Epiphone Sheridan, and I have no problems now with the stock pickups, but everybody seems to upgrade it with Gibson 57s. Do I recommend it, being a Gibson 335 owner? The only issue I have is sometimes it sounds too fat or muddy. He's using a Vox AC30. I mean, honestly, Epiphone pickups are usually fat and muddy. I mean, it's just the way it is. If you upgrade it to like a 57 or like any other type of Gibson pickup, or even like a Seymour Duncan or something like that, I guarantee it's going to sound at least a little bit better. I'm not too sure about like your Vox amp because I never really used one, but I know Vox amps are supposed to be like really nice for cleans and stuff like that. So I mean, I feel like it's just the pickups that are your problem. I don't know. I mean, it's not like you can't keep the pickups if you don't like what you don't put into them, or if you put something else in it. You can always switch it back. I mean, it's not like you can't do that. So, I mean, it's worth giving it a shot. I mean, I personally think it would be less muddy and less fat sounding if you got like Gibson pickups in there for something good. I mean, like in my Les Paul, I have, I think, 500T and a 496R pickup, and then honestly I don't even know what I have in the 335. Whatever came stock, I assume in 1986 for those. I mean, they might be 57s, I don't know. Alexander asks, your Gibson ES335, what year is it from? Just said 1986. Sean asks if I have any plans to cover some older Atari songs. Probably not. I mean, I only listen to one album, which is So Long Astoria. So I don't know. What's your favorite song of theirs? Probably So Long Astoria. That's a good song. Takeoffs and Landings is good. I don't know. The first half of that album is pretty awesome. Shit. All right. I still got probably like 9 more questions, 8 or 9. What's your favorite and least favorite song from each Paramore album? Well, let's go to iTunes. All We Know Is Falling. I really like Brighter a lot. Brighter's an awesome song. So I might go with that one. I'm not a big fan of like Franklin or Conspiracy from that album. I think there could be better ones. Brand New Eyes, I love Where the Lines Overlap. That's an awesome song. But I do not like Misguided Ghosts or All I Wanted. Those are just... From the new album, the self-titled one, my favorite song? I don't know. I mean, I'd have to go with either Daydreaming or... one of Those Crazy Girls is pretty funny. Pretty cool. Still Into You. As corny as it is, it's a really good song. But my least favorite, probably Future, or any of like the interludes are pretty boring. I think they're kind of dumb. Riot, that's a good album. Probably have to say my favorite's Hallelujah. My least favorite's probably We Are Broken. Singles Club, if that counts. I really like Hello Cold World, and In the Morning it's okay, but it's not that great. Okay. Oh, Jesus. A lot of questions. What's my favorite Paramore album? Probably Riot. Or I don't know. It's probably a tie between Riot and Brand New Eyes. 1 out of 10. How do I rate Hayley Williams? Like a 75, probably. I don't know. I do find her very attractive, but even then, she's a really good singer. I mean, completely unbiased. Like, she can sing the shit out of some songs. Let's see. In all of the shit mainstream artists, what do I hate the most? I'm sick of hearing Bruno Mars. I'm really fucking sick of hearing Taylor Swift. Adele is really driving me freaking nuts. That's probably the main 3. And your beard is awesome. Thanks. It's a little trimmed right now, but it'll grow back in like 5 minutes. So, what's my favorite Blink clothing line? I got another like 4 questions from William. I don't know. I used to wear a little bit of Atticus, but I mean, not really. Macbeth is okay. I never really liked the Famous Stars and Straps or anything like that. But I do like Macbeth shoes. They have some pretty cool shoes. Do girls hit on you or like you more when they find out you play guitar? Obviously. Who wouldn't? But in all honesty, not really. What's the craziest thing I've done? I don't do a lot of crazy things. To be completely honest, I really do not. I know I really surprised my friends by agreeing to go visit them across the country, but I'm definitely glad I did it. That was a lot of fun. I mean, that was pretty crazy. Definitely out of my comfort zone. I didn't expect to just hop on a plane and go to San Diego for a week. But I don't know. Nothing really crazy about that. William asks, what's my favorite PRS shape? Pretty much like the Strat shape. I know like the custom 24s and custom 22s are really nice. I like them a lot more than like the Les Paul style with like the single cutaways. I always like the double cutaways more. Do I have any role models, and if so, have you ever met them? This is from Nicholas. I mean, obviously, like the guys from Blink are pretty big role models, but I haven't met any of them. There's this guitar player in a band called I Am Abomination that is absolutely amazing. He's even younger than I am. I'd love to meet him someday. That'd be really cool. Jake asks, do you like any all-time low? And my favorite New Found Glory songs. I really love the song Story So Far. I really like Constant Static. Shit. Some from the new album, Map of Your Body is really awesome. I don't know. There's plenty of great songs. I mean, it's hard to really pick a favorite. And I think that's it for the questions. So hopefully this whole thing recorded fine and sounds alright and didn't have any problems with it, because if I did, that would really, really piss me off. So thanks for watching, and in about a month or so, probably around like August 29th or 30th, I'll be posting another question on my Facebook page asking if you guys have any questions for me. So if you do, feel free to ask. Other than that, like I said, leave some comments for Aaron that wanted some pop punk and punk band suggestions. Other than that, just thanks for watching all my videos. I know I've got a lot of them, so it's a lot to keep up with, but yeah. All right. Good talk.